Today I wanted to talk about the people pleaser and how the people pleaser affects so many aspects of your life. It affects every single part of your life, including your business, including whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to create. Before we do that, we need to talk about what the people pleaser actually is, why that behavior even exists in an individual, and the steps that we need to take towards integrating those parts of ourselves and healing those parts of ourselves. It's the way that we're going to get to the place where we're not necessarily people pleasing. And then I'll talk more about how that's going to transfer into the skills of being able to build something and grow, and whether it's trying to create a community or whether you want people to join you on your mission to doing anything that you're doing in life. So let's talk about the people pleaser and where the behaviors come from. As an infant, you're born into an environment. That environment is your reality. Now, we live in a time that I call the emotional dark ages. That means most, if not all, the people in our lives did not know how to be there for themselves, each other, or you in an emotionally healthy way, which means that you were brought up in an environment that you experience a lot of emotional distress by people that are completely unaware of this. When people are in that state, we're continuously reacting. By continuously reacting, it's like an unconscious way of being. That unconscious way of being has effects that you wouldn't know. What would happen as we were children, our caregivers were the gods of our reality. So without them, I literally don't survive, which means that they are my everything. I rely on them 100%. So whatever is happening, no matter what it is, I learned that I have to adapt to that. At that age, I don't really have a voice. Every time I've tried to speak up, every time I've tried to express my own needs, my wants, my desires, it's met in a way that's kind of pushed down. I'm told that I'm wrong. I'm told that I'm not meant to be the way that I am. So I'm learning that my needs don't matter at all. And what also happens is in that environment, if there is any sort of challenges, that environment is very unsafe for me. Because I'm being brought up in a time where society don't know this, that means our caregivers didn't learn how to regulate themselves. They didn't know how to regulate their emotions. Their caregivers didn't know, and everyone's just reacting. So in these environments, if something went bad, it would just be continuous reaction. And that reaction would be emotionally distressful. So I would be in an environment where I learned that when my caregivers are either sad, some form of upset, frustrated, angry, annoyed, that always made my environment unsafe for me, which means that it made me unsafe. And then I would have other experiences of realizing that, oh, when my caregivers are happy or joyful or they're feeling really loving, when things are not as bad, then that is actually safe for me. Not only is it safe for me, but I actually get the attention that I'm starved of. I get the acknowledgement that I want. I'm seen to a certain degree and I'm hugged. I'm loved. That attention is on me. So when I look at the whole thing, I'm stood back and I'm like, okay, look, when I'm learning that when things are bad, when my caregivers are frustrated, angry, annoyed, it's unsafe. And when they're not, when they're happy, when everything's all good, then it's safe. And I'm adapting to this environment. I have to adapt because I can't get my needs met. I have no voice. So now I'm going to adapt to that environment. Now that I've adapted to the environment, I am understanding that when things go bad, I have to make it good because I understand that when things are good, it's safe. Now I'm experiencing my mum being angry or annoyed, and it's not even about me. It's about my auntie. It's about my dad. It's about her brother, my uncle. It's about my sibling. It's not even to do with me, but it's still unsafe for me. So no matter what happens, I'm always going to try and make sure that she's happy. An extension of this as well is actually the fixing. The reason we try to fix people is so that they can love us. If mom's always angry, I can fix her so she can love me, because when she's always angry, she doesn't love me. So this is where this element of it comes in as well. So what am I doing if I'm constantly trying to make the people that are sad and angry and upset happy? I'm trying to please them. This is not one way of doing it. There are so many different ways. I could do it through talking to them. I could do it through, well, I know it makes my mum happy when the house is clean, so I'm going to clean the house. I'm going to make sure the house is really, really clean So she's really, really happy. I know that dad likes when the car's clean, so I'm going to clean the car. I know that I need to put the dishes away in a certain way because that makes them happy. When I don't listen to what I'm being told, that makes them sad. So if I listen to what they're saying, that makes them happy. If I'm going towards what they want, they're happier, which means I'm safer. So what I'm learning as an individual human being is by me going towards being, thinking, and doing what a person wants me to be, think of, and do, then that means I am safe. And that's what I have adopted unconsciously, not just by one part, by so many parts of myself. Every time I've been scolded, I'm strengthening that teaching by going, okay, I shouldn't jump on the coffee table. That's not good. So that's the type of person I need to be. I need to be a grown-up. I need to be mature. I need to not be excitable, not be loud, not be playful. I need to do all of this because when I am and I get excited, someone's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, shut up, calm down. It's like, oh, that person doesn't like that. I've always learned that when I do things that people don't like, that is unsafe. So I'm going to continuously go towards doing things that people like. And that is the behavior now. And as an adult, that behavior doesn't go away because we take it into school. We do it with our teachers, with our friends, with our auntie, with our uncle, with everyone. And we learn, we experience the safety versus the unsafety based on me changing who I am, me not speaking up for myself, me not speaking my truth, me agreeing with you, me going down the path that you think I should go down. And I'm experiencing that those are actually safer. So that's what I'm going to keep doing over and over and over and over again. And that's what the people pleaser is. It's someone who has found safety in a world that has been completely unsafe every time you've expressed your desire, your need, your wants, and any behavior, your truth, your authentic truth, even though it might be different to someone else and you might have a different opinion. It's always been unsafe. So you reshape yourself and you acclimate into this version of yourself that everyone believes that you should be in order to keep yourself safe. And then as an adult, you go, do you know what? I want to start something. I want to start my own coaching business. So I want to start any form of business. And then you reach out to clients and you might speak to a client and you'll put a certain price out there and the client will go, oh, that's a little bit too much. And that part triggers again. Oh, that other human is upset right now. And that's unsafe. Whether I believe consciously, I believe that I'm worth that much, I'm still upsetting the person by saying my truth, by speaking my truth, by speaking my opinions. So then, oh no, okay, well, all right, I won't charge that much. I'll do less. Maybe I shouldn't charge that much. That really upsets people when I say that. And then you might actually start working with people and have a team as well. And then you're paying someone to do certain work for you. You literally won't be able to say to that person, listen, can you do this extra bit here? I need that happening over here. I need you to go and just do a little bit of research here. Can you create an email sequence? Can you build this landing page out for me and everything? You don't have the ability to go ahead with that and say that comfortably. So you feel comfortable. Even like speaking to your team, asking people what to do, you've always learned that what you want upsets people. And when people are upset, whether they show it or not, that's the belief inside of you. That's unsafe for you. So then you just keep yourself small. You don't bring yourself out. You don't speak your truth, your vision, and you don't try what you want to try. You go towards, okay, well, what's everyone else doing? I'm going to do what everyone else does. I'm not going to try something else myself because I've learned my needs are non-existent. My values and my views are non-existent as well. And every time I put myself out there, people don't give a shit. People speak badly about it. They just say things that I don't like to hear. Now you're here. You're here as an adult and you've become aware of these parts of yourself and you're becoming aware of more parts of yourself that have adopted the same type of traumatic experience, which has led to the same type of behavior of putting others first and abandoning your own needs, your own wants, your own desires in order to feel safe. So the path of getting to a place where you don't do that anymore is by learning how to show and provide that safety for yourself. Now, everyone here is on the program and has access to the teachings where I go into what trauma actually is. I'm just going to quickly go through it. When we experience trauma, it's emotional distress without resolution. That overwhelming emotional distress creates a split, a fragmentation in our consciousness, that which creates parts of ourselves. I want you to think of it like this. One part is the part that feels the unsafety of expressing your needs, wants, and desires. The unsafety that I can't speak up, I need to keep myself small. That pain that comes with that is being held by that part. That is the part that we've put in the place that we are unconscious of, unaware of, the shadow in our subconscious. And then you've got the other part. The other part has learned that, okay, I need to stay safe. How am I going to stay safe? I'm going to stay safe by making sure that I don't experience that emotional distress without resolution that was so overwhelming for me again. So that part has the behaviors of pleasing people. The way that I don't experience that pain is by making sure that people are happy. And that could be me abandoning myself for others, abandoning what I want, even down to, I don't want to go to that restaurant. I don't like that food. Let's pick something that we both like. Not just that you like, not just that I like, but I don't like that food. I don't want to eat Indian. It hurts my stomach. Whatever it is. Or it could be, hey, can you come and help me move house? And you really can't. You can't bring yourself to say no, because what are they going to think of me? I actually can't, but they've helped me, but I actually can't. And if I say no, then they're going to be really upset with me. And every time anyone's been upset with me, it's turned out really, really bad for me. So, and I don't want to lose my friendship with these people. But realistically, if we think about it, if they're really friends, then you wouldn't lose that friendship. But that's not even a thought. It doesn't even matter. We're just living in that. So this part of you is like, no, I need to help my friend move. No, of course we can go to the Indian. Like, that's fine. Yeah, no worries. It's all right. I'll just go to the bathroom later. And yeah, my stomach's going to hurt, but that's fine. I can handle it. So the behavior, the people pleasing behavior is something that a lot of people will look at and go, oh, I have that behavior in me. I wish I didn't. I hate it. It's just, oh, it fucking bothers me. I did it again. I need to stop abandoning myself. For fuck's sake. This part of me sucks. That's unconsciously, unconsciously our attempt to stop it. We always look at a behavior and go, well, I just need to stop doing it. If I stop doing it, then I will stop that behavior. But it's really the core of what is causing that behavior that we need to go towards. And the only way we can get there is by validating the part of ourselves that have learned to keep us safe. So by validating that, yeah, this part of me that is pleasing people is actually for me, not against me. I know that the behavior seem very much against me, like the self-abandonment seems very much against me. But the core reason I'm abandoning myself is to keep me safe. Until we can get to the place of truly seeing these parts of ourselves as for me, not against me, that behavior will remain. It'll continue. And that happens in different ways. It happens when like enough's enough. You're like, that's it. I'm done. Because I've been doing this to fucking help people all the time and I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. Like, that's an element of going, you know what? I was doing this to help people and that was for me, but I'm done. And there's this unconscious understanding that I was doing it for me, but no more, because I'm not getting that return. So every path to trying to stop a behavior has to go down understanding what is in it for me. No matter how unhealthy that behavior is, there is always a benefit for me in that behavior. And the way we do that is through everything that you're learning in the program, connecting to these parts of yourself through validation to meet the unmet needs and then integrate. This is the most powerful way to get to a place of changing behavior, is through that process.